Hello. Sag. This is Sun, Moon, Rising. Sagittarius. We're going to see what comes up today, what we got going on. This is MoonShine. If you're new, welcome. Sometimes it takes the focus away from me because these guys. Fine by me. Okay. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh, I was just listening to Melissa Etheridge. There's only one song I like by her, clearly. Actually, she's got some new ones that are pretty good. Obviously, Stabbed in the Back. I can't get that Melissa Etheridge song out of my head. Stabbed in the Back, Paradise in Limbo, and Cupid's Arrow. Don't mind the camera, okay? Just listen to the words. It doesn't matter if it's not in focus all the time because, like I said, I have to have my secret agents standing in front of me so people don't throw so much fucking shade at my channel all the time. Do you know how much negative energy gets thrown at my channel? It's ridiculous. The amount of hate, it's ridiculous. So, okay, Stabbed in the Back. So there's some type of deception, some type of shocking attack. There was an attack on you, and I think your happiness. And Cupid's Arrow, that's you. That's Sag. You're the one with the arrow. Have faith. Love is coming. Surprise invitation. Ooh, surprise attack. I think this is deception. I think somebody's going to deceive somebody. And they're going to hurt somebody because they're not happy. And then they see something else that they want and they want to go for that. And honestly, what was really weird, what's this? The Phoenix in reverse. So as I just said to my sister, I was like, okay, I'm going to go do the Sagittarius reading. She goes, ugh, I just saw, and then said his name as my ex-boyfriend. And I was like, that's really weird because he is a Sagittarius. And she's like, I didn't even have to think about it. His face just showed up right in my third eye. I'm like, ugh. And the thing is that this ex-boyfriend that I dated for a while, he was very, very abusive on all levels. Like more verbally abusive, I think, than anything, and mentally abusive, right? And he would cheat on me, and that was his thing, is to start cheating on a girl. And if he found somebody that really liked him, then he would break up with his girlfriend, right? So he had a tendency of doing this. He still does it. He will stay in an unhappy relationship. Okay, Paradise in reverse, not really knowing what's happy, kind of just deciding, because you're the one that decides your happiness, not somebody that you're with, right? And when he's unhappy and he goes out drinking and finds somebody else, he bangs them and then he breaks up with his girlfriend. But he's too self-conscious, right, to just be alone. He won't be alone. He constantly has to have somebody in his bed. And that, to me, speaks volumes on abuse. It's like he doesn't want his bed empty because he doesn't know what's going to happen if his bed is empty. He needs somebody beside him at all times. It's like a crutch. right? A girlfriend to him is a crutch. Like, he needs to lean on something. And there are people like that in the world that use people like that, right? They're very dominant, and they will dominate the partner that they're with. And then once they realize if they can't dominate this partner anymore, then they break up with them. And they'll go find somebody else to dominate, because the whole point of it is to control, because they lost control in some type of situation and will never let it go again, right? So the Phoenix, this is in reverse. So it's no transformation. This person won't change their mind on how they stab people in the back, right? That's why I see it, is because they are so unhappy that all they end up doing with this arrow, okay, all they end up doing is it's all lusty things, right, that get them going for a while. And yeah, it works, like it definitely does. You can fall in love really quickly with lusty things, but then once the lust wears off, you're just stuck with the product, all right? You're stuck with the person, because it's not hot and heavy anymore, because it was a sin to begin with, right? Lust only exists through the eyes of the beholder, through the eyes of somebody who can't see beyond the book cover, right? Like so Renaissance, right? My sister loves to use that word for back in the day. I'd be like talking about the 70s or 60s, and she'll just call it the Renaissance because it's before the internet. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. It's the Renaissance to you then. It's like back in the day, the way that they used to see women, the way that they used to portray women, right? They didn't care. It was just like passing them around, throwing them around. Every man had fucking women on the side, right? Refusing to change along with the times. And now women refuse to be treated like that. We refuse to be treated like we're sex symbols. But then look at the internet. Right? Everything is full of sex. Everything is full of naked women and naked pictures and naked this and Wayne Gretzky's daughter in a swimsuit model. How dare she? Right? It's like, it's bullshit. It's like nobody is supposed to respect themselves anymore. How can you respect yourself when there's one of you across the street that's just standing there naked? But it's just like, it doesn't mean that you have to go and do it. Right? But this person, I feel like they've got their sights on you, because it's something that they can sink their teeth into and then walk away, because they don't want to give up their life. So it's not a relationship that's going to go anywhere, right? It's just a soul contract, right? And people get soulmates mixed up, okay? Don't be like my stepmother. She, for fucking 30 years, just holds on to my father's hand and calls him her soulmate. He's my soulmate. So she's ruined lives because her husband's her soulmate? No. That's not the way that it works. You don't go ruin people's lives because you and your little team member got together. A soul contract, a soulmate, is somebody destined to come into your life to teach you a lesson. Right? People get soulmates so wrong. Oh, they're my soulmate. I met my soulmate. What does that even fucking mean, man? Like, honestly, ask these bitches what that shit means when they say, I've met my soulmate. Somebody you can see the future with? Somebody that you get along with? It's not a soulmate, man. That's just a soul. That's just somebody you're with. Just wait till the lust wears off and the greed and the gluttony and the bullshit. Just wait till it all wears down and you're just stuck with that person. Is that still your soulmate? Right? When you see somebody as raw and as rough and exactly who they are, is that your soulmate? Or is it some little lusty piece of fucking shit? Right? And like, I swear, I told my cousin not to date this guy. She was dating this guy and he walked up to me and he goes, you know, if I wasn't banging your cousin, I'd be fucking you right now in the bathroom. Oh. Okay, so if you weren't dating my cousin, and I loved my cousin at the time, I lived with her, she was everything I wanted to be, she was just like me, right? She was a bartender, she had a really rough life, and it was like, finally, so I loved my cousin so much, and then her boyfriend hit on me, and I went to talk to her about it, and she fucking screamed bloody fucking murder at me. What, did he hit on you? Did he hit on you? I walked away. She kicked me out of the house the next day. She went, a year later, she married him. popped out a kid with him, and now they're divorced. Why? Because he didn't even like her. But she was so desperate, right? Which is what us fucking people end up in their 30s, is looking pretty fucking desperate, right? And she took a guy who didn't even like her just to prove a point over me, because I said he hit on me, because he actually did. And then when my family attacked me for it, they came at me all sorts. Well, you need to stand up for Bobby. You don't understand how single she's been and how lonely she's been, and now you're trying to take her boyfriend. Excuse me, I'm trying to what? I'm trying to warn her that she's about to fucking walk down the aisle with a pig, with a guy who wants to jump me in the bathroom right now. Wow, congratulations. And now she's a single parent stuck with a child. Right? It's like when you want to stab somebody else in the back, okay? My cousin wanted to stab me in the back, thinking that I wanted to stab her in the back over a guy I didn't even like. A guy who lived in his parents' basement who played Nintendo all day long. Thanks. Not really my style, man. Like, not really anything that I want at all. Okay, I wasn't attracted to him, wasn't physically attracted to him. I wanted to let my cousin, whom I loved more than anything, and she kicked me out of the house the next day. Okay, for telling her, and I didn't even tell her. I never even told anybody, honestly, it's been 10 years now, and I never even told anybody what he actually said to me. And I'll never tell anybody what he actually said to me. Telling me to go into the bathroom with him, okay, or he, was dating my cousin. I'll never actually say the words, because it doesn't matter, right? Because somebody wanted just to hurt me, and by hurting me, they hurt themselves, because that's how vindictive people are. They think they're going to try to prove somebody wrong. I also had this other friend who came to me, again, about 10 years ago, and asked me, she showed me a picture of this guy that she was dating and asked me if that was her soulmate, and I immediately said no, because that was the first thing that came out of my mouth. She dated him for 3 years. I didn't even really know this girl. I had no idea that she was dating him still. And he had like 4 or 5 other girlfriends. She had to find out point blank. She was walking downtown Toronto. Do you know how many people live in Toronto? She was so in denial. She was walking downtown Toronto. She looked up when she was at an intersection and saw her boyfriend standing on some girl's balcony. Like, that's how stubborn people have to be to see the truth. You could tell them all the truth that you want. Be as sincere as possible. They will stab you in the back, because that's their soulmate. Cupid arrowed them to come into their lives. If Cupid arrowed some asshole to come into your life and you take your whole family down, that's just you being a dick. Don't blame it on somebody else. Take credit for your work. Refusing to change. Just refusing to. So this is about a backstabber who had no idea how to be happy. So they hurt people along the way to find their happiness and get their soulmate. They played dirty. Dirty. And when you play dirty like that, I'm sorry, but you have to realize that the universe is going to want to tell people about it. They're going to want to tell people how evil and destructive and disgusting you really are, right? Like, to this person, I highly doubt it's you that's watching it. I highly doubt my cousin's watching this or anybody in my family, but if they are, honestly, you got to watch who you defend. And if you're going to defend somebody, you better make sure you know both sides of the story. Right? Because people hurt people, and hurt people just to get what they want, even though they don't even realize they're hurting themselves in the meantime. In the meantime. Great Helmet song. You should listen to that. You should listen to that song. Because in the meantime, yeah, just completely, they just gaslight you. I was going to say ghost. They just ghost you, because that's the thing, is when people hurt you, they leave you to cover, they leave you to clean up the mess, and they just walk away. Oh, okay. So you just destroyed my life, made me an asshole to my whole family, walked away and got married. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, that's not going to come around and bite you in the ass. But, like, luckily for me, I don't really care about my family. My family's never cared about me, so why the fuck do I care if they think I'm a liar or if I'm trying to break up people? I'm just like, okay, keep telling your lies. You keep living your lies, because never once has anybody come to my door and asked me the truth. And that's how you know that people are going to stab you in the back, is because they won't even come to your door and ask you, right? They don't want to know. They want to believe, right, that you're the person that can't change. Right? They want to believe you are the one that's gaslighting everybody, that's trying to put you in the center of attention. I'm sorry. Are you Angelina Jolie? Are you Beyonce? Do you need center stage? Because somebody sure as fuck did, and they took you down just to get something that they wanted because they didn't know what they wanted to begin with. So they took a peek. They knew they could gaslight you because nobody really liked you. So all the things that came in about you were always harsh and rough and bad. So they jumped on team I hate you. And there's murder. So now the universe is going to kill them. Pass the Dutchie upon the left-hand side. Pass the Dutchie. With mimosa juice. Oh, people who overreact just because of rage. I mean, and this shit, the stuff that really, the stuff that really makes you just like clench your jaw, like you just want to go up and smash somebody's face for gaslighting you, for stealing. But you just, man, you can just get into your own life for like a few years. Watch this person who's living complete lies, go right down the drain, right? They might be like, playing center stage tonight, bitches. And then the next day they lose their house or they lose their spouse, right? It's like you always can see people rise to the top when they're stepping on bodies to get there. Okay? But once all those people clear, they drop, right? Once people don't want to hold them up anymore, boop, there they go, right back down to the bottom. And that's what kills them. Is because they didn't realize that they could go and reach the bottom because they thought that they were already high enough. They couldn't get low again, right? They just stabbed everybody in the back, right? Because Cupid told them to. Oh, fuck this. Fuck all these people. In order to love, you're supposed to fuck over people. You didn't know that? Maybe if Satan was Cupid, but no, love is not supposed to injure others while forming. Believe it or not, right? And that's like people who massacre other relationships, people who get into the middle of people. It's never supposed to happen like that. It's not supposed to be messy and dirty. It's supposed to be nice and clean and with somewhere to go, some direction, right? But if your mind is not settled, then the people that you let into your heart, people that you let into your crew are going to be just as unsettled as you, and they're going to put you in waves just like you're already in, and you're not going to notice that it's other people rocking you all the time because you're so used to it always kind of basically happening, right? So the world is like, you don't have, this is like something is being released, right? Something is being unleashed, and it's not going to allow you to be hidden anymore. Right? Like you don't get it's almost like you don't deserve to hide anymore, right? Because somebody else did something to you. And that's the thing is when my cousin did that, when she went, and that's how you know somebody is guilty, when they go and they start running and telling their story to everybody. That's how you know somebody's guilty, because they try to get a team with them right away. Whereas me, once they asked me what happened, I just kind of went quiet and went, well, clearly you already all made up your minds. I didn't understand. I didn't realize that somebody hitting on me was going to put me at a war with my family. So I just walked away. I don't have the fucking time to deal with people. I don't have the time to fight with people. I've been fucked up my whole life. Do you think I want to sit and fight with people? Argue with people? No. I just want to live my life. I want to be released from people's chains. Right? I want to go start a fight with somebody, because that's how it ends. People can't just talk. They have to fight. They have to scream. They have to start screaming at you, controlling you. And then poof, there they go, leave. Right? No one's mature anymore to be able to sit down and actually speak. Right? So it's like this person who did this. And, you know, I mean, I believe it to be true. If they didn't even have the fucking decency to talk to you about it, right? They didn't even have the decency to share with you, to speak to you, because clearly they were close enough that they shared things with you, right? They just wanted to gaslight you and make you go away, right? Because when somebody goes away, then life goes back to normal, right? No. Maybe for like 10 minutes in regards to your entire lifespan, it might go back to normal. But what is normal, right? And that's the thing, is like normal is tragedy. Normal is fucked up heads, right? Normal is not knowing what you want to do, not knowing what truly makes you happy. I mean, shit, that's normal, right? Like, not everybody was raised with a great childhood. Not everybody was raised to know exactly what they love and when they love it. Like, fuck, man, life is just so cut and dry. It's not the sandbox for everybody. Like, I mean, honestly, like, some people, they have to realize that what they see on the outside is not on the inside. And this person judged a book by its cover. And so shall it be. You want to judge a book by its cover and then go off of that as your evidence, as your information? Bitch, you haven't even looked in the book. There could be 5,000-6,000 pages. What, did you read the synopsis or would you leave the back description? Like, well, what did you read? Right? Because you didn't fucking read enough because you stabbed somebody in the back just so then you could love something. That's not love. That's greed. So, what's stuck on the bottom? Yes. Compass. It was kind of compass in reverse, so I really feel like this person who did this is going to lose their way. Sounds like a helicopter was up. Like, someone's going to lose their way. And so shall it be. You want to stab people in the back. You want to hurt people just to get some love in your life. That's not what love is about. You don't hurt people to love, right? They're going to lose their way because of this. I love a good ending. I love when a good motherfucker that's just been twisting up people's heads right in front of them just suddenly goes, wah, 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 and just crashes and burns. It's like, that's when I want to get up and just... Anyways, this was your reading, Sag. I hope it makes sense. Peace.